like broke my stream. It turns out if you have the setting to like start recording when you start streaming, but you hit stop recording like before the stream goes live, it just breaks OBS and Twitch, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't know it was so powerful. Alright, cool. So I left off on some sort of emergency being called out, and I'm gonna go figure out what it is. I think I have to go to the dining hall. What's up, detective? I know you're undercover. I'm feeling it. Oh, Kyoko, did you hear the announcement just now? I don't want to go, but we don't have any other choice, right?
Right.
I can't imagine it's going to be good news, but it's not a good idea to defy him here and now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's see what this guy's doing.
Yo.
Hey, man, you about to head in? Yeah, has everyone already gone on ahead? Looks that way. I don't like it, but nothing's good's gonna come from ignoring that goddamn bear. Are you sure you're okay? You kind of went all out in that sauna. What? Who went all out? That shit doesn't even faze me.
Yo.
But you know, they're at the edge of hell. A promise between men was waiting for me. Never saw it coming.
Yo.
Anyway, let's get our asses to the gym. Something unique must have happened between the two of them. Uh-oh. I'm using my imagination. I probably shouldn't. Oh, we're going to the gym, not the dining hall. Gotcha. Can I go to the store? Oh, I actually will? Cool. I think I'm saving up for 69 coins now. Let's see how much I have. Oh, I have 75. Oh, yeah. Cool. We're doing the 69. We have to. Yeah, it would just be disrespectful if I didn't. See what I get. I got lunch. Lucky? That was lucky? Oh, okay. I got 2 of them. I don't know what that is. What? Dude, 69's a lucky number. Is that a telephone or a fax machine? That was a win in my book. Oh, I never know how to get out of here. I guess I could spend the rest of my coins. Some sort of radio with a face. And finally, camera. Cool. I can't wait to give all of these away. Let's see if I can remember how to get out of here. Nope. And it's not escape for some reason. Maybe the game will tell me how to get out. Oh, lucky. Sometimes Lady Luck will smile down on you and you'll get more than one present at once. Cool. The more coins you spend, the more likely you're to get a present you've never gotten before. Cool. Okay. Let me out. Let me out, please. Oh, I didn't know X had a function. Hello? I've gone out of here before, so like, it's within the realm of possibilities to get out. I just don't remember. Oh, it's R. That's right. Got it. I'm an idiot sometimes. Alright, now let's go to the gym. See what the hell this bear's stirring up. Oh god. I'm sorry I fat shamed you last time. Hey Hifumi, how come you haven't gone in yet? What?
Why is that?
Don't scare me like that. Sorry, but we should go inside. No, don't go. You can't go. That's what my ghost friend is telling me. I don't feel good about it either, but we can't just ignore this. Damn, that's true too. I guess we have no choice. He's a ghost friend. Is he a psychic? Someone in here's a psychic. Why would it mention it? That people could be psychic. Asking us to gather together all of a sudden like this? What could he possibly want? Indeed, what might await us this time? He keeps things interesting, that's for certain. Oh, is that funny? Can't you smile like a normal person once in a while? Like how that housewife on a classic TV show smiles at the end of an episode?
What the heck?
What the heck? There's something totally messed up with you if you can laugh at a time like this. Which of us is actually messed up, What's that supposed to mean? Nothing in particular, just admiring, that's all. I don't want to kill anyone, but I also don't want to stay here living in blind denial day after day. I was just admiring how you could live like that and still keep your sanity.
What is this?
I'm not in denial. That reminds me, remember how you kept talking about how the police or whoever would come help us? How'd that turn out? It seems to me there's no sign whatsoever of possible rescue.
Well...
That's just... I wonder what actually happened.
Certainly.
It's strange, that's true. There's no way the police wouldn't know about it. We're right in the middle of a major urban area. The police suck! On the contrary, the mastermind may be just that powerful to take control even of the police.
Could it be?
Oh, that might not be related, but... Don't say it. Nope, gonna say it.
It's not like some occult mystery.
It's about last night. I was near the main hall, just staring off into space, when all of a sudden, I heard it.
Huh?
You heard what? A sound that? I don't really know what it was. What kind of sound? Well, like I said, I don't really know. But if I had to describe it, it was like a construction site, I guess. A construction site?
Serious?
I mean, I could just be making that up. I only just barely heard anything. Then you definitely made it up. Must have been just the sound of the ocean in that head of yours. Say what? What you talking about, Toko? There he is. He's arrived. My hero said wasn't the sound of construction. But it could have been an explosion. Huh? Or maybe a machine gun. That can kind of sound like construction in a way. What are you talking about? Aha! Beyond this point, my mouth is zipped, my lips are sealed, I am fully puckered. It's a secret little secret.
And?
Fine, then let's move on to what you can tell us. Why did you call us here?
Say what?
You don't beat around the old bush, do ya? Ready for me to get to the point, huh? But before that, you mind if I vent a little? I'm low on energy these days. My stitching's even losing all its shine and luster. I'm thinking, it's probably because of this ho-hum boring old everyday life. I'm looking for something with a little more stimulation, something rife with danger and intrigue.
Yep.
Listen, can I just be frank?
Today.
The next Blackened hasn't shown up yet, and I'm getting bored.
Hey.
So I decided to come up with a new way to motivate you. Great, last time you tried to motivate, a murder happened and 3 people died. Is it another set of videos or something? And then flashback to me seeing the video of my couch destroyed. It was my favorite couch. Are you gonna show some demented thing to try and drive us all to murder? Drive you to murder? What a mean thing to say, just awful.
You hear me?
You hear me? I don't know what you've got planned, but we're not gonna kill each other anymore. No matter what you do, I swear to God we won't. That's a very big talk. Do your very best to back it up, okay? Now then, with your permission, let me begin. So this time it's embarrassing memories and secrets. As long as you're alive, it's a given that there's things you don't want other people to know about you. So I did a little investigating of my own and I dug up some of your darkest secrets. Oh,
And those embarrassing memories and secrets are all contained in the envelopes I have right here.
that's funny.
I'm going to hand them out now, so take a second to take a peek.
As Monokuma spoke, he tossed the envelopes at our feet. I quickly snatched an envelope with my name written on it and nervously pulled out what was written inside, and my entire body suddenly went rigid. So it must be true? Makoto wet the bed until he was in 5th grade. Who gives a fuck? I would tell people that. The last time I wet my bed that I can remember was probably like... It was probably like 3rd or 4th grade, I think. It happens. What? How? How'd you find out about this? Everyone started talking at once. You have 24 hours. If someone doesn't become blackened by then, all your deepest, darkest, most embarrassing secrets will be exposed to the world. Maybe I'll roll by a crowded intersection in a van, strapped with loudspeakers, and spill the beans. Wouldn't that be so embarrassing? So that's what you meant by motivate? Yep, you got it. They're all pretty unpleasant. Trust me, none of you want me to reveal that stuff, right? It's definitely something I'd rather people not know, but we'd never kill over something like that. Well, what'd you say? He's right. Your plan is doomed to fail. No one's gonna murder someone for this kind of thing.
This is kind of depressing.
Is it because for better or worse, your memory's still a way to connect to the outside world? I have stuff I wouldn't want anyone to know no matter what, so I assumed you'd all be the same. Which is why I put so much effort into preparing this next motive. Man, you're saying you really won't kill each other over this stuff? That just sucks. Well, what can you do? Okay, then in 24 hours I'll expose all your secrets just to make myself feel a little better.
Okay.
So sad, so depressed. Fare not well. Hi, Stone. It's going pretty good. I ate a sandwich. I broke OBS/Twitch momentarily. And then this guy knows our deepest, darkest secrets. Mine apparently is that I wet the bed until 5th grade. And that's where we're at. How are you, Stone? How are you doing today? With an almost convincing look of depressed dejection on his face, Monokuma receded into the gym's depths. Just melts into the floorboards. I don't know what to expect at first, but maybe we dodged a bullet on this one. I mean, yeah, having those secrets revealed is going to be totally embarrassing. I already know who might murder, and it's going to be that shy girl with the stutter. Well, that's seriously not enough to give someone a reason to kill, right?
Listen to me.
Oh man, you'll lay down a towel in my corner for me? Thank you. Just woke up? Sounds about right. Good news, everyone. I have a brilliant idea. Why don't we all just confess the secrets in those envelopes right here and now?
Without a doubt.
If we do that, any and all motive for murder will vanish. That's pretty smart, right?
Quiet down and listen.
Okay, so my embarrassing thing is... I don't want to hear your stupid story. Oh, he's all sad. I want to share my embarrassing darkest secret. Besides, I don't want to talk about it. See, I knew it was going to be her. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to talk about mine.
As for me,
Neither do I. Not because it is unpleasant, but because it is impossible. Well, it's just human nature to want to hear it when you say it's impossible. Come on, it'll be good for you. Absolutely not.
come on.
It's okay, just a little bit. Come on.
Honestly,
As I said.
here we
Come
go.
on. I said I don't want to talk about it, you human bag of lard. Oh my god. Say what? I agree with them. There's no need to discuss it. What do you think, Chihiro?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
So,
If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. I'm not super excited to talk about it either.
That's true.
If everyone's that much against it, even if my bro's the one that suggested it, I gotta say no. I like how they're bros now, because they just went to a sauna together. Well, that's okay then. Either way, if it's just a few secrets, I'm sure nobody's gonna kill anybody over it. I hope you're right. Secret's so bad you'd kill someone to keep it. Nobody's got something like that, right? Okay, I'll stop with all the secret talk, but each of us has 24 hours to get ready. Having our secrets exposed isn't going to be fun, but it's not like we're going to die because of it. Why was cuz spelled like that? The C-U-Z. So, don't do anything hasty. The way you keep repeating it kind of makes me worry even more. Okay, sorry. I know it's going to be tough, but... Uh-oh, it's nighttime. And we're all out and about.
This is a school as such. Soon the door. Okay then.
Nighttime already, huh? Okay, let's call it a day.
Of course.
Good idea. We need to prepare for tomorrow. I was left with an anxiety I just couldn't shake, but we left things as they were and left things as they lay. One by one, we headed back to our rooms. Good chance there's going to be a murder today. Cool. Secrets are memories you don't want anyone to know about. A way to connect to the outside world. Honestly, all that crap Monokuma was spouting didn't have any effect on me. There's no way anyone would kill over stuff like that. At least that's what I thought. But maybe I was just being optimistic. Which is probably why, without too much of a struggle, I'm more tired than usual. Super tired today. I fell asleep. But what I didn't know is that even then, a tragedy was taking place. Oh god. Trial 2 today! Hey, do you have a second? I want to confide in you. It's about the prevailing world attitude right now. The difference between passive and active, I mean. For example, it's the difference between like, oops, I killed him, and yeah, that's right, I killed him. Amazingly, there are tons of people who don't understand the difference. Can you believe it? But there's a huge difference between oops and that's right. You know what I'm saying, right? Anyone can kill someone in the heat of the moment, but surprisingly few can do it with calculated intent. To make that choice, then put it into action. It's way harder than just letting your emotions lead you. It's all about preparation, resolve. So maybe you're wondering, what's the point I'm trying to make?
Well, I'm not totally sure myself. Maybe you should try reading between the lines.
I hate that Man of Medan told me that same line. Morning. Good morning.
Good
Ah.
morning.
Why are you in my room? Nice reaction. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. What are you doing here? I wanted to spice things up, so instead of a school announcement, I decided to wake you up in person. What the hell for? Because it's fun. As long as I'm here, I figured I'd let you hear it right from the bear's mouth. What? Are you sure you shouldn't be acting this laid back? I mean, even though something happened to one of your buddy classmates? What?
Say what?
Your face is all blue like someone on the verge of death. What happened? What are you talking about? That's for me to know and for you to find out. Good luck. What if nobody died? Oh, no sponsor today? I'm sorry. I was waiting for the stream to get deep in here. Today's sponsor is Peace Tea. Always. Fuck. Shit. Peace Tea. This is the sweet lemon flavor. It's pretty high up there. It's not peach, but it's second place. Second place. Honestly, I would, if I was to have one company sponsor me, it would have to be Peace Tea. But I think they're owned by Coke, so that's kind of hard to achieve. No, it can't be. There's no way someone would. But what ifs are pointless, especially now when the dining hall. I need to get to the dining hall. Arizona only. I don't like Arizona tea. It's like, it's okay. Like, I'll drink it. I don't have like any complaints about Arizona tea, but it's no fucking Peace Tea. Peace Tea is fucking good. Are you okay?
Hey.
Did Monokuma talk to you too? Hirohina Sakura and he's already like called out that he's probably gonna murder someone. You'll use my creator code? Yeah, use creator code HATCHED to get 10% off Peace Tea. But cool, you're the only ones here? Where's everyone else? Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to the something that Monokuma mentioned. The something?
Perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder? After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. It took everything I had to drive that thought away. So if something really did happen, does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday? It can't be. That stuff was just a bunch of old memories. Just old memories? Don't be so sure about that. Clearly someone felt it was more important than that. To judge someone else's values based on your own outlook? Do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a co-op game. It's every man for himself. What good does it do me to get out of my way to help you?
Just the worst.
Stop saying that already. There's something wrong with him. For serious? Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot. Alright. Did anybody check the kitchen? It's just Hifumi lying in the vegetables. I like how the knife is still gone, by the way. They're like, confiscating this. It was used for murder. I mean, to be fair, if a knife was used for murder, I probably wouldn't want to cook with it again. I'll check the bathhouse. Yeah, where are the... Somebody could have been melted to death in the sauna. That'd be a way to go. Oh, looks like everything's fine. Cool. wish there was another button that would just leave this entire section instead of going back one by one. I need an escape rope. Speaking of escape rope, I had a Pokemon. On top of me dreaming about playing Muck, I had a Pokemon Nuzlocke dream where I had a shiny Gligar. Check the laundry room. No murder in the laundry room. Okay, okay. I feel like if there's a murder, it's gonna be like on the second floor probably. So, got any clues? I knocked on all the doors, but nobody answered. Did they all go see what happened? Oh, then what about the second floor of the school? That's the one place that's new to all of us, so it seemed like the natural place. Yep, that's what I figured. I'm gonna check the warehouse anyways. That's a good dream, yeah. I've yet to. Oh, I know that's not true. Bruce and I were doing this Soul Link Nuzlocke in Fire Red, Leaf Green a couple years ago, and Bruce lost his footage, so I haven't uploaded all of it. But pretty late in it, I actually got a shiny, and I was super excited because it was my first shiny. And then, well, actually, technically was like my second and a half shiny in the Nuzlocke. But hey, Makoto, honestly, what do you think? About what?
For serious.
About Byakuya. Do you think he's being brainwashed or what? I don't know. You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? What? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto, I think you completely misunderstood what it is I do. Okay, listen, fortune telling is like, it's different from brainwashing or hypnosis or any of that pseudoscientific bullcrap. I need you to understand that. You expect me to think fortune telling isn't pseudoscience? Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Yeah, I guess it's spoiler, but it doesn't matter. I caught a Krabby in that Soul Link. And it was a shiny Krabby. And we went crazy with the randomizer on that one to where it just could evolve into the most random shit. And my Krabby evolved into a shiny Primate. It was very exciting. Alright, second floor. Check the pool. Pool seems like a good place for murder. You just drown someone. Not much evidence when you drown someone. Huh? The door's open, but aren't they supposed to be locked?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Oh. Investigation?
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought. Byakuya?
I see.
Judging from what he said, there could be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on! In the locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. Oh, here we go. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Oh, God. Just like Jesus. Oh, what? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... You okay? Right when that scream happened, my cat jumped. I don't know what his deal is. A wild, almost primeval scream. Was that a primeval? How do you say that word? Primeval? Primeval? Scream escaped from my mouth. Bloopalust. Boy's Life of Despair. Oh, I forgot that's what the chapter was called. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse had been suspended somehow. So it says Bloopalust. She's tied up with like string. Her face is bleeding, and it's also like bleeding from like inside her clothes. I'm just trying to see if there's any clues here that might be kind of more obvious. It looks like there's also blood on the poster. Or bloop. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to commute. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... That is a scream. Not what Makoto did. That is a scream. I've never heard that ding-dong before.
A body has been discovered.
Yay.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Time to start investigating. What the hell was that?
What?
Oh, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? Then Chihiro really is dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. This guy's suspicious because he's pretty much openly said he's going to kill someone because he doesn't want to be here forever. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. Duel! And then this is when I opened up Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Like, just kidding, guys. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. I think I also have a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Damn.
I don't know where it went, though. Damn. Oh, damn! Couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim! Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet, so I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Oh. So there's blood on the face on the poster, and it says... Yokio? The Yokio might actually just be part of the poster, but there is blood on the poster. Shut up. Well, I guess we could start investigating. No, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell. There's blood on it! Alright. I guess looking at the body, probably. I guess I should start the body. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the end of the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking subtly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. Oh! That's right! There was like a psycho murderer that they were talking about in the very beginning of this game. And I forgot about it, but I remember I mentioned, I was like, that... They would not mention a psycho murderer unless they were in the school with us. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks are famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? What, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko. Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. Why? Why? She fucking grabs her hair. Oh, she passed the fuck out. She's like number 1 on my sus list. She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko. Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up. Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. So she's homophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha. Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was lying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. Oh. In no time flat, she was just standing up, ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through. Her motions were totally haphazard. What? Sorry about that, I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? She's also not stuttering now. Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted, man. The world has a front and back, a top, ending, and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right? It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being. I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need me, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Huh? She ignored me. Very well, you take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that, idiot.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Baka. There's no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Among Us! Whoa! Let me load up Among Us. Let's go. Isn't that right, Monokuma? He pops up. Right as rain, but don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life, because Among Us very sus. That's how graduation works. Then it happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate. What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls. You know that. Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry. Stop monologuing. Give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum. Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it. So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. Well, you know what you can't take? Peace tea. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die? Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space. A dead body is an object. Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko?
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. We'll get more victims if we mess this up. We're all dead meat.
Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. If in any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that. I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be over, right? Alright, so you only could kill 2 people at a time now. And in that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then 1 more person's life could still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens. You need to shut the fuck up! Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna go drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
There is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation tout de suite. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, bro. If we want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Alright. I love this song. This song's... Oh, it stopped. Oh, there. No, it's still going. Sorry. First of all, I'd better check on the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim of Chihiro Fujizaki, the time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. So, 4 hours after I went to bed. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. This is my... this My Hero game has taken a dark turn. Dude, imagine they had quirks, too. I mean, some of them are allegedly psychic. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what did you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, you seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. Why are you knocking my shit down? You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. She invited me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. I'm gonna start by talking to these people. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get stronger? Yeah. I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But does she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the truth section. Talk to Sakura, who is strong. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, this is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot about Lady Power. She wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Dude, if I had a gym membership, I'd be going, especially like the 24-hour gyms, I would 100% be going like at 2 a.m. Like 4 a.m. probably. You know, her and myself are usually in the locker room during the day. She was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I could only assume she was trying to avoid us. Why did my chat just re-welcome me to chat? You go with me to the 2 a.m. gym? Let's go. Let's get swole. And it says she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. So she could. So it has to be a woman that did it, right? Like, I don't think there's a. I think it was very clear no guy could get in here because of the machine gun. Although we did hear the machine gun that one time, so maybe somebody was trying to find a way to trick it, which could be him. I don't know. Let's ask undercover detective Kyoko over here. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She's an undercover cop, I'm telling you. She seemed to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Alright, let's take a look. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall. What's the meaning behind it? Look at the dumbbell that one I looked at earlier. There's a dumbbell on the floor end. This is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clothes won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. You're so pushy. I got caught with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Did this fire? That's what I need to know. Maybe the gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would have been riddled with holes. A bunch of different full-age items. If I'm right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from leading someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. What if somebody's, like, faking their gender? In other words, Shiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. See, since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. But you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. So you could steal someone, is what I'm getting? Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Who are you?
so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own damn self. Alright, bipolar much? Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. That'll help you understand what's going on. It's in the main hall. So what are we looking at? He wants me to figure it out. Is it just the door? The filing cabinet? Oh. A mailbox full of e-handbooks? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So, you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here by Akuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Sayaka Maizono. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. They can't loan it because they're dead, so it was borrowed because it was, I guess, theirs. Interesting. So anybody could have gone in there?
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Does that mean he had the handbook and he got pummeled? You're right. It would be surprising for that handbook to break. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. It's probably, maybe whoever is black in there shuts off, maybe. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it won't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you.
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leo must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? What just happened? Monaco said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite? Are we done here? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that... Oh. Genocide Jack is the culprit. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking subtly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. The what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. This is just like a rerun. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay. Hold on, there's still more. There's still more here? What more is there? More with the handbooks? What about the TV? Alright, man. What do you want from me?
Don't make me
And I have a base. Oh, I just had to talk to him again. I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Back to filler episode nonsense till we get back to the plot. We're in the middle of a murder. What do you mean filler? I mean, I guess, because it was just rehashing the whole killer thing. Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Does that mean something like that really? Ah, hey, you two. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. Oh, God. Did the second murder happen? But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no. That'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry.
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorms. Toko's room, most likely.
Such
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Okay. Where's her room? Oh, here we go. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know? See how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Good idea. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? No, it makes sense. She's a psychopath. She has like a split personality. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But I felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think that the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Do we need to find someone to persuade her? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to. It's always the girl with the pigtails and glasses. Bacula?
Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. She's like admitting to it. But what if Genocide Jack wasn't the killer? What if Byakuya found out she was Genocide Jack and tried to make it look like it was her and she thinks that she did it, but it's actually him? And with that, the door slams shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. And finally, we stopped in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. What about the archives? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, well, let's start looking. Start rifling. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. It says was, as if maybe it was taken. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
that's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. Oh, I actually turned on auto mode. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in. There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Alright, so whoever assassinated the president, probably not the same person. With the desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it in good use. And I got 1 coin. There's so many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a comment. What the fuck? You mean like members of the Diet or something? The Illuminati? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? Oh, the camera. Okay. There's a ton of thick files stuffed in the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cult cases. They're internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? Sorry you're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library. The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How can anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted us to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible. What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading those has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my favorites, Genocide Jack. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. He could be the copycat killer though. Maybe the Genocide Jack's not in here. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. Or the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if we recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. That is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. And he really is... Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of this little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Oh. That's so weird. Yeah. So do I just talk to him to look at them? About that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. I kind of want Makoto's jacket. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with the tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached a page where the photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. I just remember there's a limited time jacket that I really want to buy, and I think I might have missed the date. I'll check later. the names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. I want to look at this before I just go through. I want to say so far I've only seen men killed. They've all been like stabbed with scissors so far, because these are two different guys. Multiple stab wounds. A lot of scissors. Love this. Blue plus has to be a clue. Yeah, it's someone that's dyslexic. Boy code comes out. He reads like a sentence like wrong, and then we're like, wait a second, you're dyslexic? They wrote blue plus? Ken Harade, Tetsuro Honda. One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder was the word bloodlust. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. Gotta show us this cutscene again. Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because the night witness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Called it. Alright, so it's either very obviously Toko, or Byakuya figured out it is Toko, and he's being a puppeteer trying to puppet the fact that it was her that did it. So that way he could be the black end and escape. I think it might be Byakuya, even though I think she is Genocide Jack, but maybe she didn't do the kill.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. This is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I do, because I want to try to figure out any clues that point towards you. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find out no matter what it takes. Go back to the crime scene. Cool. Trying to get my bearings aligned. Also mentioned going to the boys' room. Good look in there right now. Ding ding ding! Fumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee you that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. What'd she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the door, and she was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Alright, well, before I go talk to her, I wanna go in here. Huh? This poster. Wait. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. I'm confused because... And you were here for the stone. Didn't the boys' locker room have the anime, like the hentai poster, the ecchi poster? Because I joked that it was your poster. So I knew that poster was in the men's room. But now there's a boy band one in here. And the ecchi poster's in the girls' locker room now. Why is that? I don't know if that's a clue. Why did that happen? Yeah, why are they flipped? Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. How did that happen? Is that a clue? Also, what's this? There's a strange stain on the concrete. What is it? Maybe it was a blood... Maybe the murder... What? I'm so confused. Maybe the murder did take place here, but the blood got in the poster, and so they swapped the posters? And moved the body? So maybe that's suggesting a guy did do this? Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Anything else in here? Are those the only clues? Should I go to the pool? What if Chihiro was actually a boy? That actually wouldn't be surprising if Chihiro was actually a boy. And that's why maybe that's why they only went at night, because they had to go to the boys' locker room. Well, I don't know if there's going to be any clues back here, but might as well look. Nope. Let's check over here. Nope, it's not. Pool is untouched. Girls' locker room or warehouse? I think I'll do warehouse first. Oh, no, I actually gotta say. My voice is taking a toll today.
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak, her body and her soul.
No forgiveness.
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. I could feel dialogue. Dude had a real complex about being... Oh, wait, we already heard this. Bet you figured something out. Have you made any progress on the investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
We'll have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Oh. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, let's check out their body. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limit. I know. Better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. Is it rope or is it the missing cord? The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Oh, it is. It's the plug. Wait, so this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me.
Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. I should have looked at the handwriting for the bloodless writing on the handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure out there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Yes, I actually want to do that first. Can I look at it? I want to look at it. Oh. Let's look at the poster. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this, because it was in the men's! Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. Is that Professor Sycamore on the left, by the way? Hello? Is that not Professor Sycamore? Hold up. Hold up. That is 100% Professor Sycamore. That is 100% him. Look at that. That is him. Oh, that's funny. Professor Sycamore was in a boy band. Who knew? Could the posters have been switched? I figured out these things like one step ahead. It's making me happy. But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Oh, who would know more about the locker room? I guess Sakura, maybe. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein and coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. The carpet was switched too. A stain? I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with? Interesting. Do you go to the locker room? Nope, still going on about the complex. I guess we could go. We need to go to the warehouse and the library. Oh, that goes to the pool. Oops. Later. I'm gonna go do warehouse. I know the library is right there, but I wanted to do the warehouse before I wanted to do the locker room, so. Imagine being in this universe in real life. Holy shit. Where's I going? Warehouse. Over here. Imagine this game was a game. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live in for life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? I know you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Her hair is blue? I always thought it was black.
Oh, I was just.
What does shiny
Are you
Gothita look
planning
like?
to
Is it
go
blue?
Exercise, perhaps? What? How did you know?
I think she's a boy.
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying. Oh, you're right. Thanks.
That was her secret.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Is the shiny blue? So she is shiny Gothita all along? She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. That's
Yes,
awesome.
Indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. Girls' locker room? If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh, pop my fingers. Oh. Okay. Alright, is there anything else I need to look for? Is this the fridge Sayaka mentioned? I don't see anything noteworthy here. I think I could just leave. If I'm ever at a point where I'm missing clues, just remember I didn't look thoroughly through the warehouse. Alright, let's go to the library. Also, I think a couple weeks ago I looked up how many chapters were in the game. I think it was like 6 or 7. I want to say 6. Library. I don't know why I just randomly felt like sharing that information. It just came to mind. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here? Guess not. What about the lamp? I thought the lamp was in the archive. Why don't the lamp won't turn on? Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. But I was using the extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... because it's been used... Buku is not dumb, so I feel like he wouldn't use something like that. Oh, the case file's gone, but Buku said it shouldn't leave. Interesting. Should I learn about the secret council? Nope, not today. Alright. Maybe in our free time. Is there anything else in the library? I was trying to look at the plug, not the same bookcase. Oh, at least I got a coin. Oh yeah, the one. There's like a little desk over here, but nothing important on it. Alright, I need to find Hina, I think, to talk to her about the locker room, and I need to find Byakuya. I don't know where he would have gone to, though. What else is up here? Just the classrooms, right? Yeah, that was it. Okay. Just checking. Let's go find people. Yeah, no, I haven't talked to you.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Sorry, I was looking at a snap. I guess I could check the main hall over here again. Oh, Shaggy's here. Oh, hey Makoto, what's up? Oh, I haven't been up to anything myself. That's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Okay, cool. What'd you do? There's a mailbox here inside. Jungle Leon South. What if that one's not Leon's and it's actually Chihiro's? What are you doing here? Why are you so suspicious? Why are you being so suspicious? Okay, so he probably knows about the mailbox. Thank you, Stone. Nice V8 energy. The blueberry pomegranate one's probably my favorite out of all the V8 energies. Except the sparkling ones. I do like the sparkling, was it strawberry kiwi? I think was what I was drinking. Oh, should I go to the gym? Let's check out the gym. Why not? Maybe the dumbbell actually came from the gym. Who knows? We do have very similar drink tastes, don't we? Getting drinks for the cabin's gonna be easy. Oh yeah, and you like the Mountain Dew Major Melon too. No one ever goes in here. Right? I never go in here, I mean. I wonder where everybody's videotapes went. I wonder if those could still be important at some point. I'm gonna go back to the spare hotel. I could check the trash room, I guess, for the duffel bag. And then Hino should be over here. Or so I thought. She probably didn't go to her room, right? Can I talk to Toko again? Oh, we're just leaving her alone. Okay. Chihiro's room. Oh, this is Hina. Trash room? I like how the dumpster like walked over. Maybe we don't need this room this time. Interesting, interesting. Well, maybe I should double check the warehouse just to make sure. I did say if I don't have any more clues I can find out, I should probably double check over here. Hey, I'm back. Any more info?
Actually, indeed.
Okay, we're just going through this again.
Oh, are you what?
More filler.
You're well.
It's like any other anime where they gotta recount the last like 6
Yes.
episodes every other episode. I do have to give My Hero Academia credit. I think My Hero handles like the flashbacks really well. Except for like the recaps at the beginning of every episode. which I think is mostly in the beginning seasons. I think it's the first like 3 seasons that bother me. It's like, this is how I became the world's famous hero. Every single episode. I'm like, all right, Deku, we get it. But otherwise, I think they do flashbacks really well because it's not like an episode full of flashbacks. It's just like in this moment, flashback. This is why it's important. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out, and she keeps mumbling about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course? There's 2 things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. I love it. I'm all about it. You agree about the whole how they handle flashbacks? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Yeah, she don't really stand out very much. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much because she was a boy. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked about the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Cause she's a boy. I know it. Oh, is it trial time?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
All right, hour and a half into the stream. I am going to play through this entire trial for sure. But I do want to take a break to pee and kind of just drink some water, rest my voice. So I am going to take like 5. And then I'll be back to continue the game. I guess I could put on some music. I'll put on some music. And then I'll be back.
I'm riding this right beside you. I guess I'm hoping it might remind you. You're afraid you're wasting your life. Never seen anyone so happy. Back when I met my friend, back when I had a personality. I remember when we used to dance, but years have passed and I forgot you left. I'm so fucking tired of being around myself. I'm checking in at a hotel, thinking that the worst is all behind you. I'm trying to remind you, we used to be friends. What could have happened if we never met? We used to be more than this. What could have happened if I never left? Everything we said, everything done. It feels like I'm just so plain. Why lie about your name when white lies are just the same? Why bother with empty jars? There's better places to keep your heart on. Why lie about your name when you look the part and you dance the same? You made your bed. Why do you lie in mine instead? Make yourself at home inside my head. Why bother to entertain when every joke's in vain? Why lie about your frame when genetics are to blame? Why bother with empty jars? There's better places to keep your heart on. Why lie about your name when you look the part and you dance the same?
All right. I am ready to commence the second trial.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right?
The big red
Please
doors.
go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
The best part about it is that I'm going to be able to rest my voice.
See you soon.
Begin the class trial, or also really quick, Stone. Another drink that's I like that we could bond over drinks, but another drink that is very good. Never had it before. These Propels, they're like flavored Propel. They are so good. We bought like 4 cases of them to put in a cooler for GoFest so we could just give our friends drinks. And we only gave a couple away, so now we just have so many of them, and I'm so happy. It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Before we do that though, I should probably save in case something goes wrong. Imagine I hit load and just undid everything. Ending stream. I'm gonna have to play off stream to catch back up. Alright. Let's go do the second trial. Oh, going into this, I think my 3 biggest suspects are obviously Genocide Jack Toko, Boyakuya. I think the third possible one is Shaggy. I don't even know his name. I just call him Shaggy. I think he actually could be a good suspect. Ahem. So is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo,
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of this class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here. Kicking and screaming just for a moment, please. And just like that, and just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Oh god. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible! Ooh, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, also onto the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihu. Give me 1 second. Cool. Fair enough. So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujizaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Do I have conversations with him or do I just go down? There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think the mere shock is enough to explain it. I guess I wasn't much help at all in this one. I wasn't too much help on the last one either, except for being a witness.
Hey, come
Fucking
on.
Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? I want to know why she's been so quiet this time.
Shall we go?
Shall we begin? She's gonna come out with something like heavy. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Alright, talk to you, sorry.
Well
I'll uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. Shaggy. You ready? We doing this? We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. And down we go. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay, then let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Dang, spin some fire out. Over, right? Yes. Oh, I could set skills. Interesting. I actually have skills this time. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's already selected. Okay. How many can I equip? Is it just one? Oh, it looks like I can equip all of them. Okay. And then this is just to look through if I want. I think I'm good. I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't feel so set on this one like the last one.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
But I think I'll figure out as we go along.
Your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Stupid!
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh. I forgot. I gotta point out contradictions.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
My bad.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, I missed it. I fucking missed it. I sped up at the worst time.
Powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Off to a bad start. It's fine though.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
All right, Shaggy.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Got it.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
That should be obvious.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
She is an undercover cop, I'm telling you.
That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
He's panicking.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
I believe she's Genocide Jack. I don't think she killed though. Yeah. First debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. If there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way, press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. This is so interesting. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't. No, I'm a normal.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What?
Oh god, that
That's
cat
kinda
scared the
weird
fuck
as
out of me.
shit, isn't it?
Stop.
What was something like that doing in the library?
He's an asshole. Like, look what he's doing. He's like on my little shelf, but he kicks all my stuff off. Now I gotta realign my camera. Right. I think that's about right. Cool.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
It's actually bloop lust?
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
It is how the victim's positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, The killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
He's outright said it.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever. remember?
Bloodophobia.
What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
One of split personalities.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Hangman's Gambit. Oh. Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, jeez. I thought it was S. Oh, God. No? What letter am I looking for? If not S. Is it not I? Oh, Jesus Christ. I wasn't ready for this one. No. What am I looking for? Hold on. I need to think about what word it could be. What was the word? Is there a word for like the split personality disorder I was thinking of? What the fuck? I don't know what word I'm trying to get. It's not A. I tried anyways. That's the first time I failed something. Ooh. Did it just vote me? What? That's what happens when I fail?
Is this really?
That's funny. They're like, ah, Makoto. It's real for sure, but I feel like I understand it. I don't. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. Can I look at my evidence really quick? Or a word that will make sense to me? Where's the... Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like split personality, so I was thinking split right off the bat, but the letters don't add up. And then I thought Chihiro's name. That wasn't it. Because it does have the HI in the middle, but the letters aren't like in the right spot. I think her handbook was the broken one. More info on Toko. Alright, let's try it again. Multiple people. Alright, see if I can get this. Oh, so it wasn't this. I just messed it up. Let's see. I'm figuring out why. I don't know why I just was an idiot. Schizo, right? Okay, cool. Figured it out. I don't know why that was so hard for me. Second time I got it immediately.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity
I still
disorder.
like the world where Bakuko comes. It's Toko, and everybody's damn. So we're voting Makoto, right?
Okay, but still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Jesus Christ, that face.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
It was her.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive
Hey, we are in the middle of a
Toko
ding dong
and I
bing
had
bong.
a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting
Hey Aaron, how are
story.
you?
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
That's good.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
So to update you on where I'm feeling with this, I believe Toko is Genocide Jack, but I don't think she did the kill.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone. What?
I think Byakuya is taking advantage of her.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out
Oh
with
my
me.
god.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Oh god, we're summoning Genocide Jack. He's really going in on her. Chill. Oh my god. Holy shit. I would hate to have to stand next to her.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jill!
Oh my god.
Let's go with Genocide Jill!
Oh.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh my god. I'm loving this.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
Her tongue, dude.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Don't ask her out.
What's up? Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Nope.
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to
Monokuma's insulted.
Freakazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a necessary evil if you
I don't
want to
know about that one.
survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Fair, my shoulders hurt some sunburn. Just from existing.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I don't believe it.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
I knew it. And I believe her.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
It's gonna be awkward living with her after this. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get more details about all of this. We still gotta discuss like the swapping of the posters, the carpet.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
I love the laugh so much.
Give it up. You killed her.
Yeah, it's gonna be what Byakuya said.
Sorry,
when you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
She wasn't stabbed. And well, yeah.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? That human garbage! Let me tell you!
There's something about calling anybody human garbage that just feels so good.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the
I'm hungry
sauce,
now.
everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using Ragu or Chef Boyardee.
I love Chef Boyardee, alright?
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the
Yeah, they've all
Genocide
been
Jack
stabbed.
murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Jesus Christ.
Please stop comparing
For real.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically,
Scissors.
pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Call him Big Mac.
Big Mac?
He called me Big Mac.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Oh my god.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide.
They're all men.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
She only kills men.
That out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Because Chihiro was her lover.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
I like how we have a killer with us, but the killer's like, yeah, I'm a killer, but I didn't do this one.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Oh,
They
boy
were all
names.
Guys?
That's right. The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men. I can't believe I said it. I'm so
Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fan.
Oh.
And the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam.
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because we're both noodles?
Oh my god. I love that comparison.
I have
clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Lowly cur!
Oh my god.
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never...
I just realized her name changed to Genocide Jill.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school? Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about
She pulls out like 5 of them. She has the scissors.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
She's doing a good job proving it.
The body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
I have to select someone. Well, I do think she's an undercover cop, but there's been no obvious information for that, so there's no reason to pick her. I have to pick Byakuya. He's the only one that knew about it.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
Because he was framing her.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Bruh, I figured this out days ago before he even did it.
Rearrange the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man
Adorable glasses man.
with I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Oh, he's rhyming.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree?
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
But how would you know?
there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Sure. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. Okay, so I gotta figure out flashbacks, right?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the file. but he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
Oh my god.
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Oh my god. Okay. I think I'm ready.
So, you said Byakuya was acting, but he was acting.
If you're presented with the opportunity that's a natural
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Was that not it? I got this, I got
You
this.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro, who was...
Okay, now I can do. I think I just didn't load that right bullet.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see.
Gotcha.
That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Is it?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us. What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
Yeah, what's his angle?
There is. I think.
There is! I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I was killed, I used my very own special scissors. And I used those same scissors to arrange the bodies.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Really quick, how do I change the bullets if I do scan one like that? The what? The mouse wheel? Okay. It's not letting me switch it, so I don't know.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Nope.
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
I don't think I need a flashback that one.
What? The difference between... You want me to explain? When I was killed, and I used those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right.
Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya.
Where'd you get it? I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Ah.
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
I missed it.
What? The difference? You want me to explain it again? When I
Give me,
was killed,
give me more of these, please.
and I used those same scissors to arrange...
But Chihiro was... It was some kind of...
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya.
Alright, I'm ready.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. I got a silence shot at first.
When I was killed, and I used those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right.
Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya. Where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
There we go. Fuck. I almost missed it again.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is
I don't know
something
what
like
angle
this.
he's playing at.
I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right? What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
What if he didn't kill, he just helped?
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a
Yeah,
little
there's still
more.
some clues we haven't covered.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Kind of sus. You already want to vote.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question
This
is
guy.
that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Fuck,
She
dude.
was found dead
He has
in
no
the
chill.
girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Does he just want to be
Well-
figured out?
I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
The posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Stone's poster.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
With Professor Sycamore as one of the boys.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Not scrubbed, but switched. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were
Protein
switched
coffee
too?
sounds good.
But why would
I
anyone do
mean,
that?
it sounds bad. It sounds like it would taste horrible. Well, I like the concept.
To move the murder scene from one locker room
Like,
to
if I
the
was
other.
working out, I would
It's
definitely want some
certainly
protein
plausible,
coffee.
Don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room,
Chihiro's a
then
man!
how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room?
Or they
in
were
the
just,
first
they
place?
took one of the past, one of the ebooks even.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Unless.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
He knows.
I highly doubt that.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Make your argument.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer after all.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the
I know I should have clicked it. I just want to go through all the downloads.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked her e-hit. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have...
No, I don't. She used the thing. Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook,
Oh.
of course.
Got it.
No.
I almost missed it because I accidentally like right-clicked like the window.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess.
So, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
Oh.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Unless she was a boy.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, I knew. I was like, when she's chiming in, I know she
I
knows.
agree with you, though.
She felt up that body.
What the? You finally
I
decided to
know.
open your mouth and that's what you've got to
She's
say?
just been chilling. Sorry, my ear itches.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
She had a penis.
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more
So exciting? Yes.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's go. We're going on a field trip. We're gonna go see a dick.
girls' locker room? We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her.
Oh my god.
carefully.
Not you.
Using our hands?
No, wait. It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
It's not the Christian thing to
Very
do.
well. I'll do it.
Oh.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just
That's
let
sexist.
the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
I don't know about that.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not
Oh
possible.
my god. She's going Super Saiyan.
This girl is...
A boy!
Is what?
is...
I knew it!
I see. So she was actually
Oh my god!
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Hmm.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? The world's really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Nothing wrong with cross-dressing.
Yoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Just an update. I have no viruses.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating
Oh my
situation!
god.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Is it Shaggy?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Is it Shaggy?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
It was Shaggy,
Just
wasn't
seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see
it? What
it.
if he's playing 4D chess?
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the
Okay.
time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
What? For what reason?
Fucking with us right now?
No, I am not
He's
effing
third
with
imposter
you.
right now.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed.
He plays like me and Werewolf now I think about it. I was like yesterday I was a seer and I was just like ready to lie.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear
Shaggy?
Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Killer's a guy.
I got it.
The last account. Oh,
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
I know that's what I need to shoot. But I want to go through all this.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. Game over.
Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who?
Clues are one thing. Did nobody get a look at
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot!
Knew that wasn't the one. Must be the new info.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Is that not it?
clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Shoot!
Where's the contradiction in it?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Is that not it?
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man.
Game?
I need to figure out where the fuck I fired the bullet.
Isn't there a single clue that might
It's not
lead
this
us
one.
to who did it? Well, clue did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
I thought that would be it. Did I do that one? I think I did this one. That was wrong.
They're just gonna game over, man.
Okay, I think I got it.
Isn't there a single clue that might? Well, did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I missed it. I hesitated because I was like, was this the one I wanted to do?
Want to know who saw the killer? And it's not like they're just game over, man.
Not game over.
Isn't there a single clue?
Give me the seconds.
That might lead us to who did? Well, did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Is that not it?
Shoot!
What am I supposed to do with Celeste account? Unless it's like a flashback. I don't understand the flashbacks. I think that's what might be messing me up. Oh, the scrolling of this. If you target a weak spot and then hold down the left mouse button, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. These flashback bullets will disappear as soon as you use them or switch to another truth bullet.
Well, clues are one thing, but
Did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I missed it again.
It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
And it's not like
Oh,
they're
I
just
didn't mean
gonna
to shoot that.
Turn themselves game over, man.
Here, I'm gonna try scanning everything and see, because I only have one shot left, so I need to
Single clue that might lead us to who did it.
scan something I haven't scanned yet.
Someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all. You want to know who saw the killer? And
Oh, I did it again. I hit the wrong button on it.
Game over, man.
It's that dialogue that I want to scan.
Isn't there a single clue that
Oh,
might
maybe
lead
this
us
is
to
it.
who did it?
No? My second fail for this trial. Now they're gonna vote me for no reason. Yeah. Imagine getting that far and they're like, let's vote Makoto.
I refuse to give up yet.
Alright, let's try this again. So this is the only bullet I get.
Isn't there a single
It's not that one.
that might lead us to who did it?
clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
This
Even
is
that
true.
might be
This is
enough for
Celeste.
now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
I don't know if I've directly hit that or if I've hit the pink letters on that one.
The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game.
I'm tired of hearing this game over.
Isn't there a
Okay, there's two things I want to try.
Did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Okay, I don't know. I've hit that like 3 times and messed up.
Isn't
Oh.
There a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
The last one is I want to scan that last dialogue.
I'm sure if someone saw the
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah. All we need right now is
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna
turn them. Game over, man.
So I want to save this bullet maybe.
game over.
I don't know if that makes sense to use like.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did? Well, did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of.
This doesn't make sense.
It's over. It's all over.
I have no idea for this one.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Was that it? Was that just that? Oh my fucking god. I'm just glad I'm progressing. I'm getting frustrated.
Someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
It was a blue track jacket.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Okay.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the clue on this one is. So we'll have to find out.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
It was blue.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Do you?
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
I wonder if this is a
You heard
flashback
it,
one.
right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh, is it Mondo?
Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
I don't want that bullet.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing.
Have we mentioned that it was a blue tracksuit? Or did Mondo just let that
We know
slip?
where Chihiro was headed.
He was on his way to. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean,
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him.
There it is. No way! Bruh!
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just
Bro!
Huh? What'd I say?
say? When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Bro!
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Bro!
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's?
As a matter of fact, it was...
Bro! No! I liked Mondo!
In the trial. Did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the
He
tracksuit?
pulls out the scissors. Her tongue, dude. Spiraling. Wish my tongue could do that.
I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Oh no.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Oh.
That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Interesting.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was... The way he talked?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
I noticed that like an hour and a half ago when I was talking to him in the locker room. I paused for a second because I got confused about who he was talking to.
Dude. For girls, it's chick.
He said dude when talking about Chihiro for like a second about their like
about why they want to
And
get
after he
strong.
was killed, you happened to refer to him as Dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch?
Are you a witch?
Really frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to
Stupid,
treat me
stupid,
like
stupid,
a
stupid,
goddamn
stupid.
criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh, he's backing him up.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
What?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi,
Oh, he did
didn't
mention
you
he
tell
found
me you
evidence.
Found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about
No,
here
bring it up.
calmly,
We need to hear it.
might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped
He
it up.
borrowed it. Chihiro.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
A machine gun.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main
Maybe?
hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
For sure.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Has a weak point, right?
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if we want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbook?
Good question.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long.
The sauna.
A meltdown and totally break.
So Mondo's and the other guy's broke.
Flippin' knew it.
So one of them probably has Leon's.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
All right, not taking my phone or my iPad into a sauna.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Good to know.
Interesting. I learned a new fact today.
a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Well, it was probably only Mondo's that broke because he went in fully clothed.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Mondo's face, dude.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Exactly.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook
I
into
do.
the
I
sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken the...
Mondo, he went with all clothes. I remember seeing all the muscles.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing
Oh,
him?
he doesn't want to accuse his buddy.
Mondo and Taka
They're
had
bonded.
an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school
Fucking
uniform.
towel.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up. You got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Oh boy.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
There we go. That's gonna be it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Leon's
Let's
handbook.
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, I got boy.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Well, I guess him saying I was wrong. I probably could have shown that one too.
let's test if what he said
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Ah!
See? Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo
Ah!
wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto. If what he said, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if then that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, that wasn't it. Okay. I'm gonna shoot the wrong at the end next. If not, I'll try a different bullet.
if what he said
You broke your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo's handbook that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Makoto was wrong after all!
Okay. That's the wrong bullet, I think.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo then that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
Why did
Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
also got achievement right there?
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm missing a lot of these shots. I'd rather they missed than be
What
wrong.
he said, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if then that proves,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
There we go. Cool.
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, Is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's
True.
right. The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it.
Loophole.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
I love Monokuma so much.
I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on. Tell him he's wrong.
So bad for Kiyotaka.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way...
Oh, I still remember I have to do that whole comic thing.
And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Here we go. So, they're getting in their bag. They're noticed. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, okay, there we go. Probably that one. Get the okay. I think I'm good right there. You leave, go to the locker room. What happens at the locker room? You walk into the boys. There's this, and then they walk in. What's this last one? Could it just be that? We go in. The killer's there. Hits them in the head. Or gets on the poster. They drop it. See what they've done. They lay on the floor. They roll up the mat. Probably take the poster down, right? Hold on, I want to review this. They kill blood poster, cool. They drop this. Panic, they see the dead body. They're laying there. This is what's throwing me off. Act 3. So is this the killer at this point, or is this Byakuya? I'm gonna go back over here. to lose it. Oh. Did I miss one, really? I want to take this one back. I want to put this one in that she walks, or he walks in. I missed this completely. Like, hey, what's up? Putting my stuff in the locker. Da-da-da. They grab the dumbbell. And that's where we get there. Okay. So I think I'm good from this point on. The only one I might be wrong about is maybe this one. I can figure that out later though. And then over here, I think this might not be Mondo, but instead by Akuya. Now they're in the girls' room. Oh, here's Big. Oh, so this is where Byakuya walks in now. So this is still the killer. Okay. So this is not in play yet. This is probably in play. I don't think that's put up yet. It's taken down. Oh, there we go. This isn't in play yet. But instead, the poster's probably put up. Well, no. The door, maybe? Okay, I think that's right. And then they leave the body there, make it look like it happened in the girls' room. This is when Byakuya comes in. And you see he hatches a plan. So he probably... The poster might go here. I think the poster does go there. Okay, and then here. So he's gonna get the rope, tie her up, gets the blood. Reds on the walls. That's the scene. And then Act 5 takes place in the sauna. And he yeets it in there. Is that good?
Exactly what
Cool!
happened.
First try!
First, let's take a look back to
I think.
before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
I wish my blood was pink. Looks like Pepto-Bismol. Maybe if I drink enough Pepto-Bismol,
It was likely in the heat
my
of the
blood will
moment.
turn into
The
Pepto-Bismol.
body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Mona must have had a really interesting secret then.
First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room. in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
For real. He just came in here and fucked shit up.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
Blue plus.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Oh god. Pinecone head. Pinecone head, why?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your
We
evidence?
just played it all out for you.
Evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Alright, let's do it. Fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push RMB, LMB, or MB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This one lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible time. Nega time. See how this goes then. The moment of truth. I'll have to do it with him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
This might be the most fun part.
I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
When does this negative time run out?
I refute you. False.
Oh, I actually did it. Cool.
Show me
I had
some
half a heart.
This should prove it.
Woo! Well, unless that was his heart, I don't know. Either way, I did it. I'm proud of myself.
Is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
You don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
The confession. The confession. I actually got an A despite failing twice. I'll take it. Oh, those are different grades. Oh, I did get an A though. I'm happy with that. And I got 911 points. That's 911. Oh my god. Thanks for the money.
Bro.
It's bro, dude.
What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
Damn.
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
He's all okay.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Here we go. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this. Sorry, Pinecone Head.
What?
We got it right again. Mondo Wada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. Dude, he's like hardcore in denial.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why? Why did you do it? Oh my god.
Now then,
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
actually,
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujizaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy! He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. Did you sleep last night? Yeah, I did. I slept for like 6-7 hours. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
weak, 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 weak.
Stop it! Just kidding. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course include Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack. The armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around them would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured out being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, the day he made a commitment to begin exercising, he was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to,
Yeah, that's right.
it was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him accept his secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of the strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. What?
did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep his promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Ugh. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
That's what triggered it after all. What was the secret?
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, ew. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just...
I gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh shit. His brother saved him? Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong, stupid, strong, weak. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why That's why after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a crazy fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
Oh. I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living with myself. I had to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I had never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong? I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. I killed him.
I killed
Chihiro.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He did that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't got free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't even know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Execution? That's what I promised you, right? The black end that disturbs the peace will be punished. Now then, he was there like... Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Monokuma's little wig. The cage of death. Is it gonna shoot fire out? Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Did he just explode? Please tell me he's a skeleton.
He's just gone? Yeah, what the fuck just happened? He turned them into butter? 2 times the fat? What the fuck? Oh, he turned them into butter? That's not what I was expecting. I didn't know that was a death option. He turned them into butter. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. You mean your butter. I'll miss him. What the fuck? I know, me too. Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As talk of sad dreams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice is calm and motionless like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the light time rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out the girl's locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You witnessed the murder? He was such a fool, he didn't even have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you knew the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided, instead he made me play this for 2 hours. I thought it would have liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But yeah, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before I reached that point. Of course. I could feel sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. Oh, God.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask, Monokuma.
What's this?
you.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, right? Yeah, you made them butter. My question is why? Do you like them? I do. But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid little thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Kind of is, though. After I've achieved that complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, you understand? In the name of his family. Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mouth for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper sounds like someone needs a nap. Woo! Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy and the hell had more future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
What the fuck is going on?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I like to
As
ask you.
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
So somebody is in cahoots with him. What the fuck? Boy's life of despair comes to an end. There's now 5 dead. To be continued. I got the crazy guy. I got his jacket! And I do want to save. And then it's gonna play. Oh, wait.
I know I shouldn't cry,
I've never seen Hina's hair so long.
but
Also, I just realized how erotic this pose is.
I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Kill! Donuts? I need to eat some donuts. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donut holes, malasadas.
Okay.
Oh god of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Huh?
Huh?
What's that sound? Sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But
I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on now? Next Generation Legend, Stand Tall, Galactic Hero. Chapter 3 is going to be interesting. The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone met up in the dining hall just like always. But however, I don't want to start chapter 3 yet. As interested as I am in what the fuck is going on, I gotta pee so fucking bad. I did that pee break 2 hours ago thinking, oh, the trial will probably be an hour and a half. No, it went like 2.5 hours almost. But I do want to I want to thank everybody that showed up. Stone, Justin, Aaron, thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, I'm going to go pee for sure.